Hello, welcome back. Episode 6, Part 3 of What Makes a Song a Hit Song. Today we are going to be talking about the musical aspect of hit songwriting, or creating the chords, creating the track, that sort of thing. This is my favorite part, definitely. Creating amazing tracks and having a lot of fun doing that. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is when it comes to songwriting, when it comes to being in a room full of people writing a song, the last thing that I want to do is build the track first. I never ever think about creating the beat or, getting the right kick drum sound or the right guitar sound or anything like that at the very beginning. I always think about just the song in its bare form. We call that the campfire test, where you can write a song and play it on just piano and have someone sing it and it sounds great, or have someone just play guitar and sing it and it sounds great, or have someone just play drums like a cajon and somebody rap it and it sounds great. Whatever it is, we really try to make the song as stripped down as possible so that you can hear it in its bare bones state and think, well, does this work just on its own or does it not? And if it does work on its own like that, then you are onto a great song. It doesn't matter what type of production you put on that initial campfire test, it's always going to be a great song. It's kind of like, going to see a movie that has the best visual effects but the worst story. If they had just really honed in on creating an amazing story, you don't really need those great visual effects to make it great, right? It's that's just sort of the icing on the cake. You want to have a great story and then put the effects on there. Much like songwriting, you want to write a great song and then put that amazing production on there as to be the icing on the cake. So yeah, that's the way that I start out for sure when I'm doing the chordal arrangement or coming up with the melody. Just three of us in a room sitting there, and then we move on to the next stage. So the next thing that I do is I think about the emotion of the song and what is it we're trying to say. Is it happy? Is it sad? Is it excited? Is it depressing? Are you at a club? Are you an astronaut flying to Mars or the stars? That sort of thing. Whatever it is, the music that surrounds the lyric and melody, it has to support it. Everything has to support each other. So if you're talking about something that's sad and you got a sad melody going on, you're probably going to write in a sad style. You're going to find chords that work for you in that particular style. So you have to ask yourself, are the chords major? Are the chords minor? That's very important. Can you imagine some of the most popular songs with different types of chords? A happy song that you would know, like Happy Birthday or something, with minor chords. It just wouldn't work. It would sound really horrible. Another thing that I think about before coming up with the main meat of the song is, how is the tempo? And does the tempo suit the song? Is it too fast? Is it too slow? Should it be fast? Should it be slow? Should it be mid-tempo? What is it that we're trying to say in the emotion of the song, in the communication of the song? What sort of tempo does that song need? And it's very important. Sometimes having a tempo of 92 is so much better than having a tempo of 90 or 94. I know it seems like such a minor difference, but it really does make a huge difference. So that's one thing. Should the chords move slowly from one to the other, or should they move quickly from one to the other? Should it, go from, if you know the song Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard by Paul Simon, listen to the chord structure in that. It's jumping around all over the place. There's other songs where the chords just seem to just stay on one particular chord for a long time and then it moves to another one. Just a little bit of trivia, there is a song out there way back in the day in the 80s, Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant, and that song is just one chord throughout the entire song. Pretty crazy. There's another song that's just two chords all the way through. Tina Turner's Better Be Good to Me, if you want to check that out, it just goes from the one chord to the four chord, back to the one chord to the four chord to the one chord to the four chord. Pretty amazing that they can just manage that all throughout the entire song. Yeah, all of this stuff is very important when thinking about chordal structure in there. In the chordal structure, you have to definitely make sure that you have moments that are louder than others and quieter than others. So dynamics, basically, you're building into the song as you go along. Just loud choruses and quieter verses, or you can have it the other way around and really switch things up. The last thing that you want is a flatline song. You know, something that's just either like crazy all the way from the beginning to the end, or just, you know, middle all the way to the end. Nothing's better than having dynamics going up, down, up, down, up, down. When you hit the chorus, I want to feel dynamically a big dig in to that chorus. That's one thing that I do when coming up with the chord structure in there, that there's got to be a bit of a change that goes on. Once I have my chord structure in place, another thing that I like to do is look at some sort of supporting melody that goes over top of the chords. That could be, think of the song Clocks by Coldplay. There's that one little descending line that goes throughout the entire piece. Or Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. There's that string line that goes throughout the entire song. And basically, it's not the main melody of the song, it's just something that sits over top of the melody and the chord structure and the lyrics. And it's just a complementary musical line that goes throughout the entire song. That's a really, really great thing to add into a song as just a secondary melodic input into the track. One thing that will definitely help you out is listening to a lot of different styles of music. I listen to a lot of classical music, I listen to a lot of soundtracks as well. Any sort of string arrangement opportunity that I can get to inject into the songs that I'm working on, I am all over that like crazy. So that's another thing that I can do where we finally got the chord structure and the melody and the lyrics and everything's great and we're really excited about the song. What can we add on top of that? That's maybe a string line, or maybe it's a synth line, or maybe it's a guitar line. Just something that goes throughout the entire song that just keeps it very, very exciting. I highly recommend that all songwriters listen to all styles of music. Whether it's jazz, classical, folk, rap, hip-hop, bluegrass, K-pop, whatever. Just expose yourself to anything and everything that's out there. And even if you can't stand a particular style of music, definitely just try to find one good thing about every song that you listen to. And after a while of finding that one good thing, you will start to appreciate all styles of music and really enjoy and find the beauty in all styles of music. Not only that, but you'll be able to take all those different styles of music and all the information that you have going on in your head, and you'll be able to mix these tracks together. You'll be able to mix this inspiration together and create basically what they call hybrid tracks, where you have a country song that's got a little bit of hip-hop in there. Sam Hunt does that really well currently right now. You know, having a pop track that has a little bit of classical music that's in there, just all of that, or just a little bit of jazz, having a jazz sample that's in a pop track. All that's really, really cool. And the more well-versed that you are at these different styles, the better off your tracks will sound, and the more fresh they will sound to everybody else that's listening to them. So that's basically it today, just talking about the chordal arrangement. If you have any questions or comments about anything that you've heard today, just drop me a line. Let me know what you think, and please, please, please subscribe to this channel if you like what you're hearing. There's going to be many, many more videos coming up and some interviews hopefully in the future, and we're having a lot of fun doing this. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.